To know if you're aware that when you do something like that, how much of a hero you are to not just to gay people, but I think especially to young gay people for doing something like that. And I'm sure that's not why you do it. You do it because you believe it.
Sure.
But I mean, do you get that kind of feedback? Are you aware of that? What it means for like straight artists to do something like that?
We'll get it here and there. Or someone will come up and be like, "I just want you to know it really meant a lot," or whatever. And I mean, to me, it's just interesting because I think more people need to do it in the way that it's like the last kind of bastion. I mean, we talked about it, and you said it, I think, maybe in slightly different words, was like the last bastion of acceptable kind of hate or prejudice, you know, where you're kind of allowed to think that. And it just, I mean, if that's not reminiscent of, like, you know, Jim Crow and all of that, then I don't know, you know, kind of what is, as far as, like, it being acceptable and everybody being like, you know, I don't want to be the first person to say that it's not acceptable or that kind of stuff. And I think that, I don't know, I think more artists should say it, because the more, like, you know, especially, like, you know, a lot of guys in hip-hop, like when Kanye said it or whatever, like, it's just so, like, it's so influential, like, when, you know, someone says that, you know, that's not acceptable.
One Kanye or you or Beastie Boys coming out and making a statement like that means it's like, it's worth 10,000 Madonnas or people who are already gay icons saying that, because she's preaching to the choir, you know what I mean? I guess probably the most popular criticism is, you know, you're not up there to preach, you're up there to entertain. So how do you respond to that idea?
The problem is the right contradicts themselves in that argument, because they make the argument on the other hand that they want you, like, you have to be a role model and you have to promote, you know, good values, and, like, you know, like, it's your job as an entertainer to put forth this kind of, like, you know, idea, like, they don't want, you know, you promoting violence, they don't want you, you know, they want you promoting Christian ideals, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, like, well, I'm just an entertainer, man, you know, that's all I'm here for, it's, you know, whatever, and I think it just contradicts itself. I mean, music, the idea that, you know, you can only, you know, sing a song is so limiting. It's like 4/4 time and a certain melody, and that's it, and to think that your brain can only be used for that is insane. And I think that, in my opinion, it's part of your, like, is one of your aspect of you as an entertainer or as somebody who is creative to use your voice, you know what I'm saying, and speak out against injustices that you see. And I think that a lot of the great voices and arguments and catalysts have come from artists, you know, not necessarily guys in bands and not necessarily like guys in bands like TRL, but, like, I mean, just if you look through history, I think that there's been you know, like, the artistic community has often been a part of the vanguard of making social commentary.
I think it's an important role that you guys have. I mean, and I just think to use it in a responsible way that actually makes a difference is a really great thing.
You know, we were talking about picking battles and kind of like that. And one of my personal biggest ones, you know, I got so sick and tired of hearing, like, this is gay, that's gay, this band is fags, you know, like, dude, if you want to call something shitty, like, it's like, have your opinion. There's, like, the English language is amazing for calling, you know, there's amazing, you know, batch of words for, you know, and it is very, 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 very bothersome to me, because I feel like it reinforces the idea that it's okay to use those words.
My question, I guess, really is, why is it so rare? And, I mean, why is it viewed as such a weird thing for a straight person to say, don't hate, don't discriminate?
You want to know why? Because you're immediately considered, like, immediately they are like, well, you're gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he's like he's secretly gay, and that's why he's saying it, because no one who's straight would actually say that, so he's actually just gay.
And you realize, I mean, you know, even though, yes, you say racist or sexist or homophobic, if you just said racist or sexist, you would not have gotten that.
Yeah.
Probably would not have gotten that email.
Yeah,
it's all about that one
word.
Yeah,
totally. And you could see it in the email, you know, like, by the response, you know. Like, you know, liberal homosexual rally or whatever, you know. I personally think it's, you know, talking to somebody in North Carolina, reaching somebody in Middle America, somebody who watches TRL is far more important and far more eye-opening. Like, I mean, like, to me and you, I think that, like, saying that, something like that is not, like, really earth-shattering. Like, it's not like, it's, like, no big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many times, like, you know, like, it's duh. Like, all of the people we hang out with, or a lot of people that I spend time with, think that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever? But, like, it's mind-shattering to certain people, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
And that's why it's all the more important to say it.